only got a couple of minutes. Any minute now, the people around here that work for Satan, they gonna pull up and they gonna come try to fuck with my shit. So I only got a couple of minutes to talk. We're gonna talk about Diddy for a minute. We're gonna talk about Fani Willis for a minute. But before we get to any of that, I want to give a shout out to T-Moto Productions. So I was hanging out with T-Moto Productions and we was doing some things. I forgot how much people actually like me. Like, I'm not gonna cap. Like, I forgot. So we was somewhere where, you know, these people that follow me around, I guess they didn't know I was gonna be there. So people was just treating me so dope. I'm not even gonna cap. They was just treating me like the same way with the energy I give them. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was pulling up to people with all the positive energy and they was just shitting on me. So it was just dope. Met a lot of people. Apparently I met Rick Michaels. So I don't watch, and this is, I should probably be watching Wildin' Out, but I don't watch Wildin' Out. So apparently I met Rick Michaels yesterday, but I didn't know it was him when I met him. So, yeah, so I was hanging out with that dude yesterday. I keep trying to tell y'all, my friends, not Rip, my friend knew Rip, or whatever how the case goes. Shout out to T-Moto Productions. With that being said, we're going to talk about the Diddy. We're going to talk about Fani Willis. I didn't even charge the phone, fam, because I wasn't even going to do this. So I didn't even charge the phone. I'm just being honest with you. My phone ain't even charged. So even if I wanted to go for like 2 hours, I couldn't. You understand what I'm saying? In any regard, I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Jesus is king. Hope everybody is having a beautiful day. I hope everybody is doing something out there worth doing, stamping God's name on it. So there's a couple of things that we want to talk about. I see people pulling up in the comment section like, Diddy's broke. Ha, ha, ha. Only black people think like this. I need for you to understand the difference between rich nigga broke and poor nigga broke. You see, when you rich, you got different responsibilities. Let's talk about the responsibility of regular niggas. You have to pay your rent. You gotta pay your phone bill. You gotta pay whatever your services is to your household, right? So whenever you get to a point where you can't pay these things, you are considered broke, correct? So rich people, they have expenses also. Think about it like this. How many people do Diddy have on his payroll? Now, if he can't pay those people on his payroll, if he can't meet certain expectations that you would expect Diddy to be able to make because of where he's at, then yes, Diddy is broke. He's not broke like he can't go buy food. He's not broke like he can't, I guess, travel if he want. But there's people that work for Diddy right now that he's supposed to pay that I promise you he does not have the money for. That's one. Two, whenever what you owe is more than what you got, you're broke. And right now, the money that Diddy owes, in contrast with the money that Diddy could pay back, is more. So Diddy owes more money than he can actually pay back right now. So no, Diddy isn't broke like he's out there trying to figure out how to get anything. But his ability to be able to sustain his lifestyle is gone. He cannot sustain his lifestyle anymore. Don't be surprised. I think the last thing he's gonna probably give up is that plane, because that plane is so important. It's like the last thing dudes be giving up is their car. That's why you see a lot of dudes, when shit go to hell, they just sleep in their car, because that's the last thing you want to give up, your transportation. So I don't expect for him to give up his plane or anything like that. But just so we can have a better understanding, he's supposed to pay back $100 million in like the next couple of years, or whatever the case is. And right now he can't. So what do you think is going to happen when he can't show up to the bank with their $100 million? And that's not even counting the other $29 million that he has to give in like very short period of time. So Diddy is not broke like he can't go do things, but his lifestyle right now that he is used to having is not sustainable. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta stop thinking the way that you think. You think because Diddy got more money than you, he can't be broke. That's black people. That's hood thinking. You understand what I'm saying? He can't sustain his lifestyle. He can't pay the people that he's supposed to pay. We all know what broke is. It's like, I got money, but I don't got money. And we want to talk about Fani Willis this morning. I got some stuff I want to say about, I just had a really good time yesterday. Like, it was just so dope to be talking to people and they treat me the way that I am, rather than they got some made up thing in their head of who I'm supposed to be, and so they shit on me. It was just so dope. I had such a good time yesterday. And anytime he needs anytime he needs somebody for that, please call me. It was definitely therapeutic. I literally forgot how much people like me. I don't know how to even explain that. I was able to go and be charismatic without having people trying to destroy me. You understand what I'm saying? I was able to just go be nice to people. I was able to talk to people kindly. I was able to just be positive in public. Like, I'm going to say something. I be happy all the time. But when I come around here, where I live at, I can't let people know I'm happy. So they probably be thinking I be walking around pissed off and angry. But inside, I be happy. But I know if I show I'm happy, I'm going to have these weirdos trying to do weirdo shit. But I be happy generally most of the time. I wake up happy, fam. What up, 1075? Haven't seen you in a while. How's everything going? Salute. He says, I think everyone who talks about Diddy broke or have nothing going on. You think everyone that talks about Diddy? So you know everyone is talking about Diddy, right? Like literally everyone. So you think every person in media is broke. Makes sense. You know, when you use logic like that. Makes sense when you use logic like that. Because everyone in media is talking about Diddy. So you think Charlemagne's broke. You think Jay-Z. You think Ebro's broke. You think basically all of Hot 97. Everyone. The CEOs. Nah, I'm saying keep that logic, fam. It makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I'm not gonna shit on what you're trying to do. So it makes sense, right? Even if it doesn't. Got anything else to say? Okay, so let's think about this real quick. Diddy just had to sell Revolt. Diddy just lost about $500 million in the span of like 3 weeks. I think people that never actually had money don't understand what Diddy is going through. That's what I think. I probably don't got all the bread right now, but I had money at one point. I think people that's never had money don't understand what's happening to Diddy. Remember, I was making like $350 a day at one point. That's not cap. We got the numbers to prove it. We got the numbers to prove it. Just so we can be clear. So I think people that never had money don't understand what Diddy is going through. That's what I think. Excuse me. Yes, ma'am. That's what I think. Any more comments, Mr. 1075? Because I'm not calling you by your first name. Any more comments? That's what I think. I think that people that never had anything worth losing don't understand what Diddy is going through. So you don't have to have been rich, but people that never had anything that was worth, that would have hurt them if they lost it, I think that you cannot understand what Diddy is going through.
All right, good.
That's what I think. He just had to sell, just so we can be clear, so I can explain all of the things Diddy is removed from right now. All of the alcohols that he was a part of, he's not a part of that no more. He had to sell his shares in Revolt, so you know he didn't get what they were worth. He had to take whatever they gave him. You do understand this, right? So when you're getting kicked out, because that's what he got, kicked out, they called him up and they said you have to sell. He ain't got a choice. So when you're getting, also, don't forget, he used to be the chairman of Revolt last year, and he had to step down from that. So how many hundreds of millions of dollars do you think that is? And you think, I don't care how much money anybody got, you think when they're losing half of their wealth, you do understand, you don't think that that's an impact? I'm just asking. You don't think that's impact to anything? He's losing half of his wealth, man. Cut your money in half and then tell me you ain't broke. They're gonna be here any minute, so talk. The people who, they're gonna be in a minute, so talk. Question. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how much money you have, but cut your money in half. And tell me you're not going to have problems paying your bills. Tell me you're not going to have problems living your lifestyle. Stop. Come on, fam. We really doing that? We really just criticizing shit people were saying for the act of criticizing? I thought we were having a conversation. You see, when somebody is criticizing for the act of criticizing, it's impossible to have a conversation because I'm just the only one distributing information. You can't have a conversation if both parties aren't participating. Just saying. Morning, my brother. I think black people love you one minute, then hate you the next, and love you again. I think as a community, we don't love our community enough. I think we've been in an effed up situation in America for so long. And I also think the slave mentality still exists to a high degree. But I think we've been in an effed up position in America so long that there are more black people than not that believe that if you make it, they not gonna make it. You understand? So I think that that is the epidemic that we have. So I'm not trying to shit on black people. We're not doing that. You know, I love my people. But at the same time, what I'm trying to explain is we don't love each other enough. Name me a black person that was taken down by somebody who wasn't black. Whenever we see a black person being taken down, it's by black people. Tell me where the lie's at. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's black people that was taken down by people who weren't black, but put some names in the chat. I bet you every time you go and look for somebody who was taken down that was doing good, it was a black person that took that black person down. Come on, prove me wrong. Put it in the chat. I know there are examples that I'm incorrect about. Put them in the chat. Prove me wrong. I'm going to say something real quick. There are a lot of black people that when they make it, they don't deal with their own. I don't think that's by choice. Morning. I don't think that's by choice. I think what happens is when you're on your coming up, you're trying to deal with all the people of your own people. But you can't get no traction. You can't get nowhere. So when you finally get to where you want to be at, all of the people that helped you get there ain't black. You're not going to get rid of them now. That don't make sense. That's why I say shout out to Tyler Perry. He's one of the few people that I saw get to where he's at exclusively with black people. But also, he does things I don't agree with. I don't agree with men wearing women's clothes. I'm sorry. I don't agree with all of his movies. It seems like the dark-skinned guy's the bad guy. I watched 2 Tyler Perry movies. The dark-skinned brother was always the bad guy. I never watched another one. But I will say this. The first time, so there was this chick that I was dating. The first time I ever seen anything from Tyler Perry, I was actually at her crib. And she had the video cassettes of the plays. It wasn't a movie. This is before Tyler Perry ever did a movie. This is probably like 05, 06. I don't know when it was. But this is when he was doing his shows on stage. And I saw a dude dressed up as a woman. I couldn't get into that. You understand what I'm saying? I just couldn't do that. You feel me? I don't like the Big Mama House movies. I don't really care for a lot of movies where I just don't. Like, it's just... In the Bible, it says that men are not supposed to wear women clothes and women are not supposed to wear men clothes. That's what it says in the Bible. So that shit just doesn't resonate with me, with all due respect. Give me 1 second. No, I'm not trying to crap on nobody. Do what you want to do. I'm nobody to tell nobody how to do their life. Yeah, I'm not criticizing nobody. I'm not trying to... But we got to hurry up because Satan is going to be here any minute. Any minute to come do all of the things to try to mess our show up. So come on, we got to go. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Also, let's talk about this Fani Willis thing real quick. I want to say something. There's things that I can't talk about because it's going to be like, what proof do you have? And it's just shit that I just, for whatever the reason is, information that I just came by. So I don't really have proof. So but it's things that I know to be true. Pardon me, I'm sorry about that, man. It's things that I feel to be true. Let me say it like that, right? Wink, wink. So I can't stress this enough. You do know when you go against, if you are against, I need for y'all to understand, when you vote for Biden, you're voting for books in schools that teach children things that children shouldn't be doing. When you vote for Biden, they literally just turned today, right? This is Jesus resurrected day. Now this is a transgender day. So this is what you're voting for when you vote for Biden. You understand? Your vote is important. And I'm not talking about just for society. I'm saying your vote is important for your spirit with God. When you vote, you tell God what you believe in. So when you voting for these people that believe in things that God is not with, you are siding with them over God. Just understand this. Now, I'm not trying to crap on nobody. Go with whoever you want to go with. No, I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. But take those things into consideration. Your vote tells God where your heart's at. So you're out here saying, I'm not going to vote for Trump because he's a racist. But I need for you to tell me what he did racist. That's what I need you to do. Because right now, the only reason why people, in my opinion, call Trump racist is because he's not a Democrat no more. He went Republican. So therefore, he has to be racist because he's a Republican. Which doesn't make sense because Dr. Martin Luther King was a freaking Republican. So I need for you to explain this to me. Are they Republicans that are racist? I'm going to assume so. But Biden, his mentor was the Grand Master of the Ku Klux Klan. I vote for him. That's a fact. That's documented proof. Morning, my brother. Have a blessed day. That's documented proof. So I'm saying, understand that when you make a vote, you're telling God where your heart is at, man. Somebody is going to say I'm disrespecting somebody because I'm saying things that people don't like. I have a right to be able to say things that you don't like. I'm not saying it to be malicious. I'm not saying it to try to cause anybody harm. And I damn sure isn't disrespecting nobody. I didn't make this video yet because I was waiting for a little bit more information to come out, but I'll talk about it right now. I hate the fact that my hair's white right there. So it looks like, I keep thinking I got some on my face. Fani Willis is screwed. I need for you to understand this. All of those lawyers down there know that she was dating Wade before she hired him. All of those lawyers. You understand? Like their whole area down there know that she was dating Wade before she hired him. So that means that she got on the stand and she perjured herself. That means she can lose her law. She should lose her law license. Just telling you facts, man. And for the people that think I'm capping, that lady Merchant were their friends. Merchant was her and Wade's friend. She knew about the relationship. That's how come they knew to attack her. I was in a conversation with some people the other day and I asked them, it was like Trump is racist. So I'm like, how is Trump racist? They said because he didn't want black people in his Trump hotel or whatever. Well, what about the black lady that was squatting in his hotel and he let her stay there indefinitely? What about her? So only the negative side, not the positive side? For everybody that don't know, there was a lady squatting in one of his hotels, in one of his apartments, in the Trump Tower, the main tower down there on Union Circle. There was a lady, a black lady. She was alone. She didn't have no family, no nothing. She had got caught squatting in the building. They were trying to kick her out of the building. The people, that management team. You know, Trump told them, what the hell are you doing? Trump screamed on them and told them to let that lady stay in that apartment indefinitely. Hold on. Let's go a little bit more on Trump real quick. For all the people that talk about how racist he is. Remember when Jesse Jackson ran for president in the 1980s? Why was Trump his main supporter? Why was Trump the main person that was putting money into his campaign? Why was Trump the main person putting money into Jesse Jackson's campaign for president? So I'm just saying, stop believing everything people tell you. Back in the 1980s and the early 1990s, whenever a black person needed to rehab their image because they effed up, why was Trump like the main person that was taking pictures with them like this? Speaking out for black people like crazy. We stopped liking him after that Central Park 5 shit. That's when I got pissed at Trump. Alright? That Central Park 5 shit. But just so we could be clear, the lady that was involved, that was the victim, she was a friend of his family. So we got to put things in context, man. Stop being led by your nose. People leading y'all around by your nose with their fingers in the nostrils like this. And they just leading y'all around by your nose. Because people are so easy to want to gravitate towards hate instead of gravitate towards love. You understand? That's a real bad issue that people have. Everybody feels like they've been hurt by this situational person or hurt by that situation in person. So they're just looking for somebody that they can attack. Shout out to Florida State Bully. Salute. Yo, Florida State, how did you like that campaign you was running with me? I'm not saying that you should re-up. I'm just asking you, how did you like it? And I appreciate you for running a campaign with us. And I know you've been saying that when I'm ready for one of them puppies, you got me, but I'm not ready yet. You gotta get there. Alright? I'm gonna pull up on you when we get there though, so you better not forget, you rat bastard. Now I appreciate you, fam. Oh, you just had some pups drop last night? I'm gonna pull up on you probably I need months and months. So probably 2 litters from now. I'm gonna pull up on you, fam. I'm expect for you to honor that. Thank you. I appreciate you. You got me when I'm ready. I'm expecting you to honor that, man. And the thing about it is, we gonna make merch and everything. I should make some doggy merch. To be honest with you, you know what? We got trucker merch. We got merch for women. We got merch for truckers. I'm about to make some merch for construction workers and shit like that. I got some ideas. We definitely making some animal merch because I love animals anyway. Definitely. We're gonna make some bullies merch. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. I need a pick. Shit, I thought the show would be over by now. I'm not even lying to you. I thought the wheels would have pulled up by now and started harassing me. But they're not here apparently, so we're gonna keep going. I really thought the wheel. I didn't put no charge in the phone, so if y'all want to talk, y'all better talk now, fam. My phone is on 19%. I didn't even charge the phone. I didn't think I was gonna be live for more than 10 minutes. I didn't think I was gonna be live for more than 10 minutes. Okay, I was not prepared. I'm usually prepared. I was not prepared. Hold on, let me look at my phone. Oh shit. I have a real bad habit of just leaving shit places. I'm very happy that everybody in here is honest. I told you there's no weirdos in here this morning. Weirdos haven't made it yet. I hope they sleeping. I hope they having the best time in the world. And they just want to stay having that time. Question, what do y'all think about your man Stevie J wanting to shoot the fade with 50? I was trying to explain this the other day. All of these dudes gonna need money for lawyers because they're all mentioned in that lawsuit. So he's a co-defendant also, I believe. So he was. I'm on your algorithm in Korea. Shout out to that shit. What are you talking about? I do well in foreign countries. You not enjoying the content, fam? Shout out to Korea. I love y'all television show and movies. Get out of here. I mean, don't actually get out of here. I love y'all television shows and movies. Shout out to Netflix. Salute. And you are not the same person from yesterday. That's a different name. Are you the same person from yesterday? I didn't really pay attention. I don't think you're the same person from yesterday. That's a different name. You've never seen any foreigner streaming? Shout out to, I really do well in foreign countries. Like when you look at your statistics, I do really well in foreign countries. I just wasn't putting up enough videos for YouTube to push my shit out. But now we dumping videos on a regular more than we were before. Before I was doing like 1, 2 a day. Now I'm getting like 4 or 5 out a day most of the times. Some days I get like 10 out. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you know, whatever the case might be. So that's probably why you're seeing me. And we're going to stay on that level and go higher. So you're going to be seeing us a lot. Anything you want us to cover? Anything you want us to cover? I'm going to start doing content for television shows and movies. I'm going to start doing content for television shows and movies, like reviews and stuff like that. And most of the stuff I want to review, I ain't even going to lie, is from Korea. MCU and from Korea. I love y'all television. Anyway, I'm getting back to what we're talking about. So, Stevie J is mentioned in a lawsuit. Stevie J is mentioned. Go tell all of your friends out there in Korea, y'all pull up. I'm going to start creating Korean content. I'm telling you, if more Korean people start pulling up in the chat, participating, I'm gonna start creating Korean content, man. I'm gonna start literally learning y'all language. I know some Japanese, and I know a little bit of Chinese. Hang Dai. I know a little bit of Chinese, and I know some Japanese. I'm gonna start learning y'all language. Anyway, let me get back to what we're talking about. So, that's why he's talking about he mad at 50, but he want to fight him in the ring because he needs to get to the bag. These dudes need to pay for these lawyers. These dudes, because you do know, these dudes need to pay for these lawyers. Stevie J don't got Diddy money. All right? So, look at what Diddy is losing. Imagine what Stevie J is losing. Look at what Diddy is losing. Imagine what Stevie J is losing. Imagine how his situation going. He's probably not having people pulling up on him, forcing him to sell things. But I promise you, he's not having the opportunities that he had before. So now he's spending money and there's no money coming in really. You understand? Y'all need to understand what broke really is. Broke don't mean a nigga destitute living on the street. Broke just means that you can't live the lifestyle that you're used to. You understand? At least that's my interpretation of what I'm trying to say. These guys, they can't live the lifestyle that they're generally used to anymore. Oh shit, look what I had in my pocket. So they can't live the lifestyle that generally they would live anymore. So, you know. Shout out to the Most High, man. Glory be to God. So many blessings have been coming, and I can't even. I love sharing my blessings so I can inspire people, but I can't share them no more. Because if I share my blessings trying to inspire you, Satan is going to come try to send people to try to destroy my blessings. But I got a ton of blessings and I wish I could talk to them about talk to y'all about them. Anyway, let's get back to it. So I was telling one of my homeboys, you know, one of the few people that I could talk to. Nigga was like, yo, that shit turned. I said, yeah. Yeah. And my other homeboy was like, don't tell nobody. I said, no. He was like, no. He's like, if you go tell somebody, they're gonna try to come fuck your shit up. I said, no, I'm not telling nobody. All right, our stuff is ready. Our stuff is ready. Phone gonna die any minute. Like I told you, I didn't even charge it. And I don't even have a plug for my iPhone, so I can't even plug it in. I got a charger I set my iPhone with, so I can't even plug it in. Give me 1 second. Let me get the clothes out of the washing machine and take it to the dryer. Give me 1 second. Yo, I watch like a lot of television shows with subtitles. I always have subtitles on, even if they're English. So I literally, the way I be learning some of the languages that I be learning, I be trying, like first you gotta understand like syllables. You understand what I'm saying? Like once you start understanding the way that they use their syllables, it's so much easier to be able to pick up a new language. Like perfect example. There's a lot of people that don't speak Spanish and think ven aquí is ven aquí. You get it? Give me 1 second. Because we staying over here, we're not going back there. Give me 1 second. Like everybody already like if you didn't go to church, no other day out of the year, Easter. That's it. What it is, man. That's why I insist that, whenever you talk about God's name, you want to person to express it. So I'm always attempting to have church at all points. I love talking about God. I love having good information. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Dude said I popped up on his Korean feed. I pop up in Korea a lot, in Asian countries a lot, and I know this for a fact. And I pop up in Russia a lot, in Eastern European countries a lot. That's why if you go back to our channel and you look at the people who we used to talk to like 3, 4, 5 years ago, most of our chat was foreign. Like a big percentage of our chat would be foreigners. I don't know why it's that way. I don't have the slightest idea. I think I just did something early on in the channel. I don't know if it's a setting. I don't know if it's just some content I was creating or whatever the case is. But I think I did something early on in my YouTube career, and it just, they put me like in an international thing. That's why it's, I don't have no explanation. I just assume. Have a good day. You also stay blessed. Always appreciate you. Right back at you, brother. Good people, man. Good people. There's a lot of good people out here, man. Good people. Alright, let's get back to what we're talking about. So your man Stevie J, I'm just literally, I stay over here because there's people over there on the phone. I don't want to disturb them. So your man Stevie J wants to fight 50 Cent, and we're going to talk about Fani Willis also, obviously. Wants to fight 50 Cent, but he doesn't just want to shoot a fade with 50 Cent. He want to do it for bread. He needs that bread, fam. He's in a bad spot. These dudes is all messed up. These dudes is all in a bad spot. They're about to get sued. I'm not sure if... I think he's a defendant in the lawsuit, just so we can be clear. And besides being a defendant in that lawsuit, these lawsuits are creating criminal cases, right? That's one of the main reasons why when Cassie came out, Diddy immediately settled with her. He ain't want no smoke. Because these lawsuits create criminal acts. What you have to realize is, often when you sue somebody, they've committed a criminal act against you. It's just that the government, they don't have all the requisite information or whatever the case is. So what happens is, let's say somebody sues somebody else. Now, that goes to the courts. So now the courts is now finding out that there's a problem. So depending on what the issue is, there's an investigation done. So that's how these dudes got screwed up. And that's why I'm looking at the whole situation where Diddy didn't want to pay that dude. What up, Mind, Body, and Soul? Salute. Blessings to you too. Where Diddy didn't want to pay Little Rod. And that didn't make sense. Because he only owed him $50,000. So for all the individuals that's talking about I'm crazy for saying Diddy broke, he could have paid the nigga $50,000 and had none of these problems. None of these problems. He has these problems because he decided to not pay a dude $50,000. I mean, sooner or later, all of this stuff is going to come back to bite him. You understand? He wasn't going to be able to escape this stuff forever.
Now, when we come back, we're going to talk more on Part B, and if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right? We'll be right back with more right after this.
Hold on, they said Diddy tried Mike Tyson. Hold on.
Well, it truly is about the Benjamin. Oh, yeah. Well, now, when we come back, we're going to talk more.
Yo, y'all seen that?
Hang out, you're more than welcome to stick around, my
Yo, this nigga Diddy really, look at Diddy face. Look at Diddy face. I looked at the wrong camera. Look at Diddy's face, man. He really tried Mike. Look at Mike like, yo, what the fuck, fam? Look at Diddy's face.
Well, it truly is about the Benjamin, as we see. Oh, yeah. It truly is about the Benjamin. Well, now...
Diddy crazy, fam. He playing with fire.
All right, we'll be right back with more right after.
Playing with fire, fam.
Oh, yeah.
Playing with fire, fam.
We're going to talk more on Part B, and if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to stick around, my brother.
Look at Diddy's face. Look at Diddy's face. Weirdos, man. I'm not gonna be surprised. I think Diddy hid. I think Diddy was using those planes to hide information because they kill you for stuff like this. People end up missing for stuff like this, man. They said Diddy has video recordings of all types of different celebrities and people of influence at his crib doing things that were illegal. Now, just so we can be clear, I know we all think this is about the adults, but I promise you, this is not about adults, man. I promise you, that's not what this is about. I know that everybody thinks that this is about the adults. This is not about the adults, man. I promise you. I promise you that there was some other stuff going on, and from what I've heard, and what a lot of us has heard, so this is not me making some kind of epiphany. A lot of us has heard this. They say 10%, so this phone about to die. A lot of us has heard this. This is not an epiphany. This isn't me figuring something out and coming up with something and like nobody else thought of it. A lot of people have said this, just so we can be clear. This is about kids, man. And for anybody that want to disagree with me, that's what Homeland Security pulls up for. Homeland Security pulls up for the children. If this was just about him trying to do something to whole grown adults, even though Homeland Security pulls up for SEX trafficking, but they pull up for trafficking with children, you feel me? They don't really pull up for trafficking as much with grown adults, you feel me? So the fact that they're the ones spearheading the operation, and also, and I'm going to tell you what created it right now. I'm going to tell you, I think it was a situation when they flew that 17-year-old girl into New York, and him and some other person allegedly, and two other people allegedly took advantage of the 17-year-old girl that they flew in from Chicago. That's why I think that Homeland Security New York is the ones that spearheaded this. It's the Homeland Security New York. Those were the people that got all the warrants. All the other Homeland Security and everybody else is just helping. It's Homeland Security New York that is the ones that spearheading this. And it's because of that girl, I'm telling you. She's a whole adult now. There's no reason for them to keep her name secret, but they were keeping her name secret. They weren't keeping her name secret because she's a minor or was a minor when it happened. I believe they was keeping her name secret so that they couldn't find her to do something to her. That's what I think that this is about. I could be wrong. We just shooting the shit right now. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it is. This is not about what he been doing to those adults. They're messing with kids, man. They were messing with kids, man. Also, pay attention. I'll be sure knows something. I promise you he do. I'll Be Sure went into a coma recently, right? Remember? Who did they blame when I'll Be Sure went into a coma? When I'll Be Sure went into a coma, they blamed Diddy, didn't they? Didn't they blame Diddy when I'll Be Sure went into a coma? That didn't even make sense, didn't it? It didn't even make sense. Who else when they blamed Diddy? When the situation happened with Jamie Foxx, they blamed Diddy also, right? So how come whenever these individuals are going through hardships, bad times, having bad health issues, almost dying, why is Diddy name popping up every time? That's all I'm asking. Why is he constantly being associated with some superstar, with some celebrity, getting sick, going to the hospital and almost dying? I'm just saying, fam. You can do what you want with the information. We just discussing it. You can do what you want with the information, fam. We just discussing it. Yo, that shit was so dope yesterday, though. I ain't gonna lie. People was just stopping me and shit. Like, they just knew who I was. Like, that shit is dope. Like, I'm not that guy. Like, I'm not, yo, I'm Jack Frost. I'm not that guy. But it was dope when I was just walking places and people was like, yo, Frost. That shit was dope. I haven't had stuff like that happen in such a long time. I gotta get out more. That's all it is. I gotta just get out more. That was just dope. People was like, yo, Frost. I was like, yo, what up? That shit was just dope. I don't know what to tell you. It felt good. So it just felt good, man. It just felt good. I was just able to be happy around people and they're not trying to figure out how to make me unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Satan is a bitch, fam. Sorry about that, man. I was trying to keep it down. She's on the phone. We sharing the space. Satan is a bitch, fam. Oh, she just checking on the sheet. Satan is a bitch, fam. I was waiting for Satan to pull up in here and do everything they can to make our show stop, but they didn't pull up. Thankfully, shout out to God. Christ is King. And for everybody that don't know, we've been having what up, Davis? Yeah, stay blessed, man. We blessed over here, fam. I can't tell y'all how I'm blessed because people are gonna come try to ruin it, but I'm blessed, fam. I promise you. Great things are happening. I just can't share it. I wish I could share it so I could try to inspire others also, but I can't. I wish I could. I love to inspire people, but I can't because there's some people gonna try to destroy my shit. I can put some more money in the dryer real quick. We got 53 people in here. Hit that like button, man. Send out some notifications. We had some of our Korean brothers pull up today. I don't know if that was a fake page or a real page. Appreciate you, Davis. Nah, we winning over here, fam. Satan be trying to be on my back. That's all it is. When you winning and when you out here preaching the good word, Satan is just gonna pull up and just try to use all of their lies and manipulation to try to destroy the situation. You feel me? That's just the way the world works. I gotta just be understand. I gotta be okay with being disliked in one place, but loved in the rest of the world. I just gotta be okay with that because the world loves me. We had some of our Korean brothers pull up in here, pull up in the chat the last couple of days. We trending over there in Korea apparently. Shout out to that shit. We trending over in Korea. Yeah, we trending in Korea. Shout out to that shit. That could just be a troll, but I believe it's a real account. I believe it's a real account. Yeah, shout out to that shit. All of the things, man. Glory be to God, man. Jesus is king. You know why they hate me. I told you, man. The only people that dislike me is the people that hate the fact that God's word is being preached. Those are the people who dislike me. They not mad at me. They want me to stop shining God's name. You understand what I'm saying? So they want me to be miserable. They want me to be sad so I don't magnify God's name. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I keep trying to tell you, these people are Satan. These people are not good people. Anyway. What y'all want to talk about now? Because I did not think that, I thought that our stuff would have been messed up by now. So I did not prepare to have a live longer than a couple of minutes. I'm just being honest with you. We're going on an hour. I thought the live was going to be about 10 to 15 minutes before the people come in here and ruin it. We're going on an hour. So I don't know what to tell you. I was not prepared to be on live this long. I thought I'd be listening to music about now over here vibing. I was not prepared. Not prepared, man. Just wanted to also say, just so we can make sure that we cover Fani Willis, all of the lawyers down there know that Fani Willis was in a relationship. Okay, so I'm going to say something real quick. I was wondering why the judge handled it the way that he did. Because either the judge is supposed to say, I thought, there's nothing here, go about your business, or there's something there. But what the judge said was, there's something there, but the other team didn't prove it. These people know Fani Willis and that dude Wade is in a relationship. Just those lawyers couldn't, that was, Trump's lawyers and the other side, they just couldn't prove it. So that's why he left it open. They said, the dude said these guys got to drop or whatever the case is. You know what they said? They said, like, a shitload of lawyers immediately ran to the freaking courthouse and started filing petitions against Fani Willis, trying to have her license revoked. They know that those people was in a relationship. We gotta stop saying people are allowed to behave badly, because what kind of example are we giving? You're gonna allow for that person to behave badly because you don't like the person that they're behaving badly against? So you're okay with evil if evil is being done to a person who you don't like? That's not godly, fam. That's not God's energy, fam. That's how Satan wants us to think. You understand? That's not God's energy, fam. Nah, you could do all of the evil stuff in the world to that person? That's not God's energy, fam. That's not God's energy. That's literally Satan's energy, fam. Literally. I got like 2 or 3 cards there. Yes, devil wants separation. That's a fact. Let me see how much money I got. Oh, no. I still have my public transportation card for Philly, because I used to go to Philly all the time, because we do business out in Philly with the rappers and with the podcasters and everything. I still got my Metro card for Philly and shit. Hating on the wrong one, fam. Satan will have you hating on somebody that's trying to save you. I'm not saying I'm anybody's savior. We're not doing that. But I'm saying Satan will have you hating on somebody that's trying to do good by you. Satan will have you hating them, doing all the most evilest things in the world, thinking negative about them. Just telling you what it is, fam. Yeah, so they all know Fani Willis was in a relationship. She's done, fam. They're about to... Her law license and everything is about to get taken from her. Everything. First of all, she's not liked. Y'all under some kind of misconception that people like her. You see her attitude? Name me one person that has an attitude like that people that know them like. She has a nasty attitude, fam. People don't like her. She's not one of those people, at least from my perspective, and I could be wrong. She's not one of those people that you do something and she doesn't actually have a nasty attitude. She's just reflecting back what you're giving to her. I don't believe that's her situation. Like, sometimes a person could be a good person, but you know, they just ran across 8 people in the course of 10 minutes that are just nasty, disgusting individuals. So now they're not able to project the positivity that they are. I don't believe that's her situation. You understand? That's not her situation, fam. At least not my perspective. So there's lawyers down there that she's done shit on. There's lawyers down there that she's done did wrong. That she's done treated disrespectfully. And also, might I add, she has more capable lawyers in her office than Wade. Wade, I'm not saying he's not a bad, what they said was, what was reported, because obviously I don't know these guys, but what was reported was that there are more capable attorneys, or just as capable, at the least, just as capable attorneys in her office. She did not need to go get Wade. She is screwed, fam. She's screwed. The only reason why her job isn't all the way gone already is because you have all of these people that just hate Trump. And I need for somebody to explain to me why they hate Trump. And don't say he's racist. Tell me what he did racist. And don't tell me about some shit that happened in the 80s. I want to know about some shit recent. I want to know about some recent shit. Because the same people that's going to want to tell you about some shit in the 80s, if you tell them about some bad behavior that they did last year, they're going to say, well, that happened last year. But you telling me about some shit that Trump did in the 80s. How do your man Whack 100 say it? Selective politicking? I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. They called Trump racist. I said, what he did racist? They start talking about some shit that happened in the 80s. I'm like, fam, that happened in the 80s. Do you know how many other things he did since then that helped the black community? Do you understand how much shit he did to help the black community while you talking about some shit that happened in the 80s? So he had a problem with some of the people that were black that was at lived in his buildings. But you're not gonna add that all of the landlords back then was having problems with black people or with minorities. You're gonna leave that out. You're gonna act like Trump was the only one. You're gonna act like it wasn't all of the landlords that was on the same bullshit. You're just gonna act like it was only Trump. That's what we doing. So we're not gonna talk about how Trump basically tried to put Jesse Jackson into the presidencies. That Trump was the main contributor, as far as I remember, to Jesse Jackson's presidential run in the freaking 80s, fam. This we talking about the 80s. We're not talking about the 90s. We're not talking about the 2000s. We're talking about the 80s. He put millions and millions and millions of dollars behind a black man to try to make him president. Come on, fam. Tell me you don't know nothing about politics without telling me you don't know nothing about politics. How about that? And this is why it's so difficult for me to have conversations with people sometimes. Because they want to have conversations without having to be responsible. They want to have conversations where they're part of me, where they don't have to be accountable. They only want the people they don't like to be held accountable. They don't want the people they like to be held accountable. Selective politicking. I like that line. Shout out to Whack 100. Oh, I forgot. Now what? Let's go back. Sorry about that. Selective politicking, fam. Hold on, give me 1 second. Whenever I ask people why they don't like Trump, they always say racism. But they don't actually follow politics. So they don't know that the only reason why Trump started getting called racist because he switched from the Democrat to the Republican. That's it. That's really all he did. When he was a Democrat, all of this same shit that people were bringing up calling him racist, people was excusing away because they wasn't just saying it from the outside. They was talking about it they was talking about the actual aspects of what happened. You understand what I'm saying? I was alive in the 80s, fam. I was reading newspapers and I was alive. Shout out to PS59. I think it was 3rd grade, 4th grade, one of those 2 grades.